everybody. Welcome to tonight's meeting. My name is Alexis, and we're going to talk about all things loan signing, prices, what we can charge out there. So, can you mute yourself as you come in? Welcome everybody. And I want to welcome all the new people. I want to welcome everybody back. Tonight's going to be exciting. I hope if you all haven't played around with loan signing as far as like getting jobs. I know some people have, and I know some people have not. Hopefully tonight can give you a better idea of what to look for and how much to ask for when that time comes. If you didn't hear as you come in, if you could just mute yourself, please. All right. So we're gonna jump right into the topic again. Welcome. Uh oh, Jasmine said if I didn't have a 1-year-old, childcare wasn't so expensive. Oh, we were talking about something offline. Okay. All right, so all things loan signing as far as prices. So if in the beginning, we always said if you have watched our loan signing course, remember, especially with this whole month being about loan signing, I hope everyone has watched the loan signing course. But signing companies will give you the amount that they want to pay you, right? And sometimes we have the opportunity to counter. Sometimes we have the opportunity to even set our price. Like if you get loan signing work through, let's say, general notary work, let's say somebody contacts you. So with that, we want you to know what to look out for and how not to underprice yourself. That's key. Okay, with you just starting out, or maybe you even been in the game, but more so with people who are newer, some people want to kind of make the prices lower, but you don't have to as long as you know what you're doing. As long as you're an experienced notary, you know how to notarize those documents. You don't have to cut yourself short. So we really want you to be comfortable with what those prices should look like, especially when signing up with all the different signing companies. Okay? So for example, with the different packages, so I'm hoping, like I said, that we know a little bit. We watched the loan signing course. But remember, we have our different loan signing packages that we do. So, what are some loan signing packages? Somebody, anybody, give me a loan signing package.
Refi.
Loan modification,
Okay, I heard refi. Who
loan
says
modification,
loan modification? Yes. Okay, any others?
Seller's
We got quite a
package.
few. I'm sorry.
Seller's package.
Sellers, yes. What else?
ELOC,
New purchase.
Okay. Yep. Okay. So we know something. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. So all of those are examples of loan signing packages. So I'll start kind of simple more so. So when a loan modification comes through, and let me preface this by saying we're all in different areas, right? We teach all 50 states. So the prices for my area, this is kind of just broad general overview. But the prices for my area may not be exactly the same as somebody in California or let's say, New York, those higher, I call them like higher ticket areas. It may not be the exact same, but for majority, I would say majority of us, our prices are kind of similar, besides those outliers, right? Like California, etc. So it's just a general. And um, if you have any input to the prices that you've seen things come through when you doing your signing up for different loan signing companies, or even if you got phone calls, please feel free to chime in. So we'll start with the loan modification. So for a loan modification, I just had one come through and it was from a signing company and it was the request for 70 was for $75. That's what it was for. Okay. But guess what? I've seen sometimes where they come through for $100. Have you seen any loan modifications? If so, what prices have you seen for the loan modifications? I'm curious. And we're all in different areas and share what area you're in too. So have you seen loan modifications come through on signing platforms?
Have.
Okay. Where are you at and how much have you seen it for? I just want people to know how broad, you know?
I'm in Houston, Texas, and I've seen anywhere from like $50 to $70.
Okay. Okay. Sometimes I have seen them low like that. I have. But it's always from like a particular signing company. Or particular in my area. It's always from a particular signing company. They kind of do like that around that range. But yeah, that's okay. And if you see them come through for that, and it's not to say don't take it. So let's be clear, right? It's not to say don't take it. I want everybody to get experience and to make money. But we don't want to, lowball ourselves as well. Have you taken some of those jobs, Diamond?
No, not the loan modification, no.
Okay. And loan mods are easy. Remember, those are our short, simple, sweet packages. So don't be afraid to accept those. Okay. Um, when it comes, the next one I'll talk about is like a seller's package. So in my area,
And
remember I'm in
Alexis,
Georgia.
Angela's hand was up.
Oh, I'm sorry,
You
I didn't
didn't
see
see
your
it.
hand.
You
Yeah, I
didn't
couldn't
see
see
it.
it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm in Texas too. I'm near like the San Antonio area. And what I've seen, and I don't know if any of y'all dealt with a company called Safe Cure. They their loan modifications almost always seem to be like at $30. Sometimes I've seen 40, 60, 75, but with Safe Cure, pretty much it's mostly I see $30.
Yeah. Yeah, and some companies you will notice is when you start signing up for all these different platforms, you will definitely know that it'll be a particular couple companies who always have those kind of lower offers. But me personally, I say if you want to take it, take it. You know what I mean? Like if you're okay with that, if you know how far it is and what it's coming with as far as how many pages to print and everything, and it makes sense to you, don't be scared. I mean, 30 is kind of crazy, but if you see it come through for like 50 or something, don't be afraid to accept it, Because I believe like especially with like a loan modification, that's quick, simple. It's not that many pages, and as long as it's close by, I see it, you know, being fair. Yes, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, and even 30 guys, don't sleep on 30 because when I first started, it helps you several ways. You get to watch other well sometimes if you're serving as a witness and it's like $25. But actually doing the package, there's smaller packages, like typically two notarizations. And then you have to reason, do most of us make $30 an hour? If you're not making at least $30 an hour and you do, three of those a day, that's say almost 100 times 30, that's $3,000 extra. So don't sleep on the $30 ones either, just to get a little experience. And then by the time you do like about three or four of them, you could automatically start asking for like 50 because now you're going to be a pro. So now you got 50 times three is 150 a day. You see what I mean? So don't sneeze at small beginnings because I took me 30 days before I started taking the $30 jobs. I was like, well, you ain't doing nothing. So I started doing those, knocking them out, and one thing led to another. So, just to get started, I say take it. I know that may be kind of frowned upon, but yes, money is money.
I take
And
them, and
Question.
that's what helped me build my confidence. Um, and the other big ones come along too, but if I'm not doing that, I just look at it as it only can help me, you know, perfect my craft. That's it.
of
I can
course,
only get
yeah.
better.
Can I say
Yeah, if
something,
you who is that?
Sheila? Sheila, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hi, Sheila.
I I have a question because I keep getting ones from Cloud. I think it's what is it? Cloud signing or something like that.
Mm.
And I mean, to me, they're really low. I live in Connecticut, which is like what, the fifth most expensive place in the United States, right next to New York. So $20 plus, like this one, I got a partial claim. It was $20. They even talked about a witness. I mean, $20 to leave here and go there
Right.
is just that's crazy. You understand? So
Yes.
I mean, it's very hard to accept that even for training because
Yeah.
it's costing me a lot more money, to print documents and they want you to fax it back as soon as possible and all this other stuff. And I'm like, I'm not making anything. And I don't know. I mean, this particular company always said they came back about 10 minutes later and asked 40.
Yeah.
But again, I'm like, it's very difficult when it's so expensive around here. I mean,
Yeah.
Are you countering, Sheila?
huh?
Are you counter offering?
I did counter offer before and they never responded. I never got an answer.
That's okay. I would do it every time. I would counter every time. If you don't want to do it at 20, every time I would counter and
Yeah,
let them know that, hey, I'm in Connecticut and plus you want to witness. Tell them exactly what you're telling us. And then it's still going to be on them to say yes or no.
right, right.
Yeah.
They may find somebody to go for 20 that live around the block from there or who just want to go do it. So you can't make them change. We can only change our method. So
Right.
that's why if you have not watched the how to counter, were you here the week we talked about countering? Yeah, go back and rewatch that and build up your confidence and just ask them. All they can say is no. If you're not gonna take it anyway, you don't have nothing to lose.
This is very, very true. Especially from, like I said, this company always seems to, they want two witnesses and I mean they're offering 30. Like,
It's nationwide though. It's not just in Connecticut. I got 20 alerts from them today.
Yeah.
Right here. I even marked them in my phone because I want to make sure that I know it's them. I
okay,
saved them as a contact.
yeah.
So cloud signings all day long. They send out the same thing. And see, now the other part of it is they are realizing that people don't want to work with them because of their bad reputation for paying. So they got a rough way to go right now. They got to clean up their act. But
Mm.
they're not the only company out there. So are
No,
you signed up with Signing Order really quick? Are you signed up with signingorder.com?
yes, I got that right through the NNA when I
No. Mm-mm.
on the side.
No. Signingorder.com. You pay $2.99 per
Oh
month.
yes, yes, yes. I did sign up for that.
Yeah. So go back to the signing list. I just uploaded one a list. I don't know if you saw that in the chat. No,
Okay.
you did not because you're new with the chat. But go back to the signing notary signing agent course, and there's
Mm.
a new upload maybe about a month ago. I put in like our top 10 that we work with.
Okay. I,
Miss Teresa had her in, but don't give up, Miss Sheila. Just keep taking them and then counter offer. That's all.
okay.
And hold before we move on, when it comes to taking jobs too, don't do anything that's gonna make you uncomfortable, like your pockets. You know what I mean? I mean that's obvious, but I know you want the experience really bad, but if you have to drive really far and you're wasting gas, you know what I mean? Just think about that. You got to put all that into consideration. Now, if you have where you can go try it out for $30 or something, do whatever you're comfortable with. You only know your pockets because that it does cost to print this, do that, go get a witness if you got to go pick somebody up, this and that. So you do have to, and always remember you can counter as well.
Mhm.
Now, who hand was up?
And I will say that the ones that I
Miss
could take for
Teresa.
like $30 is like maybe 2 to 3 miles away from my house. So I'm not traveling a long distance at all.
Well, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect. And like she said, that what is it? It adds up. Teresa.
Yes, I had got one, I say about a month ago, and they paid me $85. I
What did
didn't
you
have to
have?
scan it.
What type of
It
pack? What
was
type?
a loan modification.
Okay.
Uh, I didn't have to scan back, or the client had the documents,
Yeah.
and they paid me 85 from Closewise,
And where are you at? Where are you located?
and I'm in California.
Okay. Teresa's in California. See? So it's
California and
different.
Helendale.
Okay.
That was great, Miss Teresa.
Yeah.
And congratulations too. You didn't put that in the chat, did you?
No, because I'm not on the chat.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
We got to get you in the chat.
Yeah, you should be, so you can be sharing on wins, but that's okay. Congratulations. Thank you for sharing tonight. Do you want to be in the chat
Thank
and you
you.
don't know
How do I?
how? Or
Yes, yes.
do
I don't.
you,
I don't know how to get into it, but yes.
oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, we'll get you in the chat. That's not.
Stick around after if you have time.
No, I'm gonna put her in
Okay.
there. I'm gonna send you the link. What's your last name,
The
Miss
link.
Lisa?
Okay.
What's
My
your last
last name
name?
Wilson.
Thank you.
Wilson.
Okay, I got it. I'm gonna send it
You're
to you right
welcome.
now.
Okay, let's go back a little bit. Thank you for sharing, Teresa. Um, Back to Angela, what you said about Safe Cure. Lisa in the chat says she used Safe Cure. They usually accept your counter offer. So I've never used Safe Cure, partner with them, but she said they accept the counter offer. So that's amazing to me. So don't be
Okay.
afraid to counter. Don't.
Okay.
And yeah. All right. So next package is like a seller's package. Usually a seller's package is pretty quick, easy. It's really short. Although it's short, to me, simple, straight to the point, those are sometimes a little higher, I've noticed. I can get a seller from anywhere between, I've seen it come through 65 to maybe let's say maybe like 95. And that just depends on what all it entails, like more so distance sometimes I've noticed because I'm in an area where, I could go an hour north of me and that's kind of rural, so to speak. So anywhere in between there, it just depends. Everything, each company will send it out for different prices as well. There is no standard sheet that this goes for this, the seller's package is this much. Remember, they're a third party. So whatever they're getting paid, they're factoring in all the costs that they have, however they do their pricing, and then they send it out. So you'll see a seller's package go for 65. You may see one go for 85, 75. So these are all just ranges to, get you thinking and get you knowing, okay, if somebody offers me 25, that's not sounding too much like right, unless it's one of those outlier companies that we have around. Um, and if you want to accept it, yes, please. So that's for sellers. And then you have like your HELOCs and refis. Those, Alicia, I'll get to you in just a second. But those sometimes are a little lengthier. So I do notice that those come out for quite a bit more. So usually when I see a high ticket loan signing job, anything over like 100, I would say always raises an eyebrow with me. And that's just because I know how the loan signing world goes now. And that's just in my area. Remember, it's area specific, okay? But in my area, when I start seeing 120, 150, I read the details. I read every last detail because it's always, something a little deeper, a little more involved, which is fine. I mean, money is money, but those definitely are a little lengthier and maybe like around 100 to one. I've seen 145, I've seen 135. Again, you got to look at the distance, how far it is from you. Now, if you're in like a major city, sometimes the distance may not be the same as like where I'm at in Georgia. Like we'll get stuff an hour away, literally easily an hour away. Or even I've had to go towards the Alabama line, which is maybe like an hour and 15 for me. So it just depends. All that kind of factors in. Um, what did we do? We did sellers. Your buyers and purchase, those are around this kind of same things as far as price wise. So maybe what I've seen things come through, maybe like that 70, I've seen them come through 75 to maybe like 100 or so, maybe a little more. But that's what I definitely have seen them come through for. Pretty straight to the point. And then I know we talked about those applications, the VA applications, where we don't have to necessarily notarize things, but we can just go out and assist them with those applications. Those, the ones that the few that I've seen come through, those weren't all that much. I would say maybe around 65. Um, yeah, maybe around 65. It wasn't, crazy. But remember, we're factoring in gas. Sometimes they ask for a witness. Read your fine print. Sometimes they will ask for a witness, and then of course your distance. And don't be afraid to counter. Seriously, do not be afraid to counter. You will see a job come out multiple times, and you're looking at it, and it keeps going up and up. And it may be something that you can do. It may not be something crazy. It may be something that you can simply do. And if it's too far, but you don't mind going, counter. If you know it's far from your house, but you don't mind taking that drive, counter. It's so simple. Trust me, they need you just as bad as you want to make some money. Trust me. Alicia, you got your hand raised?
Hello, yes, hi everybody.
Okay.
Hey, first I wanted to say to Kimmi, I did it today. I accepted one and I did it. And I asked the lady, it was a purchase, and I had a problem with knowing how to do the documents. And I looked at your little thing, your little, and I was just separating them. And the other notary came over. She kind of was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Well, I'm trying." And she was like, "Let me show you a simpler way." So she still showed me that way, but she really helped me. And so I got it. I got it now, almost like 80%. Got it.
Congratulations.
So yay. So that was good. I was excited.
Yes.
I felt more confident too
I'm
with
so
that.
excited.
Yeah,
I
I
am
felt
so
confident.
excited. I said we're gonna get you through that because you was leaving money on the table.
A lot. It was $125 for that, and it was kind of fast, so it was good. So I was happy about that.
Oh, you just made my day. I'm
Yeah, I
proud of
know. So
you.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
But
Thank
the
you for
question I had
sharing.
with this, I had a somebody call me from the hospital to do a last will and testament. And I don't know how to charge for those. I think that might have been my second one that I did. And then the first one that I did, I got through a signing service and it was like $75. I felt like that was like just too low to go into the hospital, but I did it anyway. So I left my cards at the nurse's station and they gave it to somebody. It was like in the cardiac, which is going to be a little niche for me. I'm like, I don't know. I'm going to go to the department where they have the surgery and give because that seems like that is so the lady called me and she was like, how much to do a last will and testament, and I said 125. But when I got there, they had more documents. They had like the health form, last will and testament, and some other form. So I said,
did you screen your client, Alicia?
I asked her to send me copies. Well, I asked her, I said, it was the last will and testament. And I said, well, I know you needed 2 witnesses. I said, well, can you take a picture of it? She only took a picture of that one document. But when I got there, she had more.
Right. You don't have to have them send you a picture of the documents, really. Just FYI.
Okay.
But the question is, did you screen your client? You know what I mean by screen your client?
Oh, like the ask, was he coherent and those type of things?
Even about the type of documents. What type of documents do you have? So she'll say, I got a power of attorney. Is that it? Oh no, I have, yeah. So you got to screen your clients.
Okay.
I know you
I
just
don't know how to
started
do
too.
that.
Did you go back? Did you watch Notarize Like a Pro?
Yep, I watched that the other day.
So you
I
might need to
just watched
rewatch
it.
it because we talk about screening questions in every single course.
Okay, yeah, I'm
So
just starting to watch the
it might have
courses. I
just went
just
over
got
your
them.
head. Yeah. So every single course we talk about screening questions. And questions equal what, guys?
Money.
Money.
I saw that.
Money.
Well, what I did was when I went in there and I saw the forms, I just was like, well, I'm about to just throw it out there and see what they say. Because I was going to still do it because I don't like to go and tell somebody it's this amount and then I get there, it's different. But she also didn't tell me she had these other forms. So I kind of was like, I said, I think I undercharged you guys because you said you only had the will and testament, but it's other. And she was like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. And again, I didn't know how much to charge. And she was like, well, how much should it be? And I said 225, and they paid it to me.
Yeah.
Is that too much, or like how much do you guys
where are you
charge?
located again, Alicia?
Michigan, Detroit. Well, it was in Troy, but I'm Detroit.
It just depends, honestly. How many documents was it? That was actually an estate/trust at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that does require a little bit more. And you went to the hospital, so
How
yeah,
long were you there?
usually about well, it depends. Michigan, I don't know your hospital, I know I'm from there, but I'm just saying, depending on how many sets of escalators you had to go up, elevators. I mean, 225 for an estate package is in the realm. It's a little bit more than I typically, but don't go by me now. So
And
like
so that was too much. You saying that was about
I
two?
175, 200. I mean, I think it was okay. I really do.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
But you went from 75 to 200, right?
No, 125 to 225.
Yeah, so in the future though, I'm gonna make sure that's why you got to screen, because you get the right client and they're gonna be like, oh, it's $100 for two pieces of paper. But you have to watch that.
It was more. It was more than that. These was packs.
Right. That's what I'm getting ready to tell you. So that was like an estate/trust at that point. So I'm gonna have you go back and watch the estate/trust course if you haven't.
Okay, I haven't.
ASAP, and then that's going to really help you with that pricing, and you'll see the value is there. It's a whole different, it's just documents, but it's the value of the package. So
okay, it's in the estate planning. Okay, I will.
Yeah, watch that. And I did want to add one more thing really quick. So you see how you said, well, I took the $75 job, but that $75 job was your foot into the door. So now that 75 turned into 225.
It did.
They're gonna keep calling you. So that's another reason why, guys, I'm big on get started, take something. Every opportunity is an opportunity to go like whoosh, every time. So I don't never say, well, it was only, well, sometimes I might say that, but I got my foot in that door and I'm leaving my cards everywhere I go.
Yeah, I went to all the nurses' stations. Hey, I just did one, and so yeah, that's what I'm gonna start doing.
$75 is gonna turn into thousands.
Okay. That's what I wanted to say.
Very good. Very good job. I must really quick. I know, Alexis, we just kind of hijacked it. I'm sorry, but last week, really quick, Miss Alicia had a situation where she's the only one I ever heard of, and I've been doing this for years, where they wanted her to sort the package. What goes to the buyer, what goes to the seller, what goes to the realtor. Only person ever had this happen. So anyway, I found her some sheets that she can kind of reference. She played around with those. It did help build her confidence. But what I really wanted to highlight is her humility. Because I told her, I said, hey, just ask the other notary what they do. And they probably fed on your energy. You went in there, hey, and she saw you kind of struggling. If you had had a little attitude, she'd be like, let her struggle. But, clearly she wanted to help you. So sometimes we got to be humble and say, hey, can you help me with that? Especially in this situation that she had. Even if you go to a signing and an attorney is there, or somebody of authority that, seems like, well, I should know more because I'm the notary, just let them know, hey, you think you can tell me how you did that? So that's what she did. It worked, and that just made my day.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you.
Alicia, I was going to ask you, how long were you there at the hospital?
I was there probably for about an hour because they had to find witnesses. Thank goodness they found some strangers. The nurses, they helped, but they needed witnesses. And I was there probably for about an hour.
So why did they have to find witnesses? Did you not screen that?
I saw that you needed 2 witnesses, and they said they would provide the witnesses, but when I got there, they didn't have witnesses. No.
Yeah.
So
you always got to screen, even when they tell you I have witnesses. Now I'm still asking questions. Questions equal meaning, time, and money. I already got my witnesses. Okay, may I ask who the witnesses are?
Oh, okay.
They'll tell you what happened with Raquel. They'll say, oh, it's 2 people at the hospital. It's the nurse and the doctor.
And they can't do them.
Not typically. So now you still got to ask those screening questions. Questions equal money.
Is there a list or something? You said there's a list of screening questions that I can put inside of my book?
Every single course.
Okay.
Questions. And it's also inside the new journal. It's inside the courses. So I'm going to really recommend really quick, Alicia, start from the beginning, literally, even though I know you took something before, I think.
Yeah, I
Please
wasn't
start from the
focused.
beginning so you can have, like, literally from the beginning. Notarize like a
Okay.
pro, the general notary, estate, step by step.
Okay. I did watch Notarize Like a Pro, but I'm gonna do it again because my mind I take like 2 or 3 times. I don't know if somebody else like that, but I don't get it the first time.
And that's why it's recorded. And also download the tip sheets. Every tip sheet has what you need on it. Every tip sheet.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Hey, but $225 for an hour ain't bad to sneeze at.
I know, right? I was cool with that. I was, yay, cash too. They was like, can you do card? Or I said, I could do it all. They gave me cash. I was like,
Ooh, that's
so that
awesome.
was good. I paid a
Right?
bill with that. I was happy.
Okay. And I was gonna say too, this is for everybody, but piggybacking off what you said, Alicia, if you do get into a situation where you feel like people don't, you can hear in their voice they may not know exactly what they have, it's okay to leave it kind of open-ended, because you don't want to get into a situation where you go to someone's house and you told them one price and then you try to up it. In your case it worked out, but I'm just saying it because we're going to be doing this for a long time, right? So you will come across some crazy people every blue moon, but you don't want to get into a situation where they're like $100 more, frantically going crazy. So I would always just kind of leave it open ended. And I always end with like, okay, based off what you told me, the one document, you have to speak very clear. Because if any situation, I always say, well, remember I told you X, Y, and Z. And I've personally never had an issue because I'll always go back to that. Remember I said you had the one document, or that's what you told me. So I just say, okay, based off what you told me, the one document, this will be the price. But if you're completely unsure and I get there and I look over it, the price is subject to change. And
Okay.
usually when you phrase it like that, they don't mind. And then when you get there, and I've been in situations where I even dropped the price because I'm like, oh, you have way less than what you made it sound, to be based off my screening questions. And I've dropped the price. So it's all about being fair too. And they'll
Okay.
know, like people will respect that. They'll know. And if they come and, based off how you move and how you interact with them, which I know all of you all are great, but even if you up the price, well, you're the expert. You came in knowing your stuff, this and that. So they don't mind, getting their documents done properly and having the price upped a little bit. So it's just all about how the conversation goes in the beginning. But in
Okay.
your case, it worked out.
Yeah,
But
I'm happy.
yeah, very much so.
But you
That's
Okay.
have
amazing.
less of that when you do your screening questions. I'm going to go back to that. You have
Okay, I
way
will.
less when you screen, less stress, anxiety, less pressures for them, scrambling, trying to find witnesses.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it was stressful. He was about to go into surgery. I had to be there at like
Um,
8. His surgery was at like 10.
Alicia
So
gonna have the man blood pressure up.
right.
But you see what I'm saying? No, so like Alexis already stated, it went your case, it went amazing, and I'm so happy it did.
thank
But in the
you.
future, because like she said, we're gonna be bosses making this 100,000 that they talk about, which is true. If you do it right, you really can. But at least look, 225 a day times. Look at that. Okay.
I see the potential. I see the potential that
I
you
know
can make
that's
a lot
right.
of money
Yeah, when
in
you
this
know what you're doing.
business.
So just go back through the courses, take your time, keep taking jobs because you know what to do. But in between your jobs, get into those courses. Don't say, okay, I got this.
Okay, no, I'm not. I want to be confident because I'm
Yeah.
not. So I gotta be right.
Very good though. Look at you making
Amazing.
300 in a couple days.
I
That's
know, right? I'm
amazing.
excited. I'm about to quit. I'm about to quit my job. No, I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
wait.
Hold
I'm about to
up.
quit.
Pump the brakes, pump the brakes, pump the brakes.
I'm quitting.
That's amazing. That is
I got a
amazing.
vision. I see it.
That is making me excited. That is making me excited.
Yeah.
I have to ask really quick. If I snip this up and throw it on YouTube, would you mind?
I know.
Okay, I just because this is just an amazing story right here.
Oh,
Just
thank
I
you.
might if I get time, I'll probably forget, but I just want to get permission.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't
Okay.
mind.
Sorry, y'all.
Okay. All right, y'all.
That's it for loan signing. But I did one more thing. What Alicia said, she gave a card and got a call back drop those cards off, please. Even if they don't need you in the next week, 2 weeks, cards hang around forever. Trust me. You know how pens hang around? You be having a pen from all different type of businesses in your purse, in the house, wherever. Cards hang around the same way in establishments. So don't be scared to drop those cards off places. Yes, Alicia, you want to add?
Yes, and I wanted to say too with the cards, they're very important that they're very beautiful. That really
Mhm.
makes a difference. Like I have some really beautiful cards and I made them real super soft. I didn't even know you can
Yeah.
do that. And yeah, they could make them real super buttery soft on I think Vistaprint.
You have to tell us what that finish is if you get a chance.
Okay,
Drop it
I'm
in the
gonna
chat.
show them to you. I got a real pretty professional picture, and I'm telling you, I truly believe that makes a big difference with the nurses and anybody
Yeah.
puts them in their drawer and they see them, they're inclined to give them out.
We're visual people, so
Yeah,
they people. That's the first thing they see. That's why I always say you are the brand.
yeah.
You are the brand. Buttery, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
they're
gotta tell us
soft.
that finish. You have to tell us.
Okay, I'm gonna show y'all in just a
'Cause
minute.
I'm
Hold on, let me.
curious. You type buttery soft
They
card.
are. They real buttery. If you look, it's on Vistaprint and you go
Uh,
to it, it's gonna say soft. That's the
okay.
finish. It's soft. Anybody else, they
Okay.
real soft too. You like, ooh.
I always do the shiny like finish.
The soft is good because it's different.
Okay.
You know, people don't, I didn't even know, but they are exactly what they say they are. So I'm going to show you guys in a minute. But I think that's a
Okay.
huge thing, especially in the hospital. Professional nurses,
Yeah.
doctors, they're inclined to, give their patients that stuff more than just a regular card. So that's what I think.
Well, thank you again, Alicia. We
Yeah,
really
you're welcome.
appreciate it.
Thank y'all. Okay, I'm going to go get it.
All right. We're going to kind of pivot and kind of give it over to you all. Anything going on out there? I know Alicia just shared, so I know somebody else got something going on. What's going on out in these notary streets?
Well, I got a call. Well, I was actually on a call and I missed a call from Metro Inspections. And I was like, well, let me see. Let me just call him back. And when I called back, they was like, yeah, yeah. He was like, I was the one who called you. He was like, we got some inspections that we need to get done. And I wanted to know if you can help us out if you got time. I was like, sure. He was like, I'm gonna just start running them off. He was like, because they get like he said up to 500 a month. And what it is, they want them to send them all in at the same time. So
Mm-hmm.
like now it's getting towards the end of the month, which I didn't know. That this is how they do it. So they trying to wrap up the ones that they still got out there. So
Okay.
that means it's rushed now. So usually like for mystery shoppers, I'll get like 25. He was like, I'll give you 40.
Mm.
So I got 3 inspections this week. One is at a dentist, one at JC Penney's, and a brake shop. That's $120 right there. $120.
And they all local, close by.
Yep, local, right here.
That's amazing.
Yep.
Y'all see it's money to be made. That's why we always tell y'all have your hands in the different avenues that people entrust us notaries in. You want to touch everything because that's amazing for real.
And then he looked at my history. He's like, well, I already know you know how to do the mystery shopper. So when you do something and they remember and they can call you, you can be that go-to person.
Yeah.
Everything
Yeah.
you do is in the books. That's why I said even those $30 signings from signing order or whatever, they have a count, guys. So every time you do something, it can show this person's done 20. It doesn't matter if it's a witness job, it doesn't matter if it's an inspection, it doesn't matter what it is. Everything you do is a count. So they counts and they can say, oh, okay, they don't know it's a witness job. They just know you took 20 assignments.
Sheila, how much did you make for that? Can y'all hear me?
But
Yes.
you talking to me
For Angela?
for those 3 assignments, it's going to be 120. And I did some last month, and they just sent me a check for 150.
Simple assignments. For
Yeah.
Angela, if you can just, I don't know if everybody knows because we have a lot of new people sometimes. I don't know if everybody knows like what did you have to do. So just give us an example for one of the jobs. Like what do you do?
I just go there. Like I had a week or so ago, I went to Bob Mills. It's a furniture store.
Hmm.
And what I do is I go in, I ask questions. You're not going there to buy anything. You're more so asking about their financing. Usually they use like Synchrony, and they want to know, do they have like pamphlets out? So what you really want to do is really get around that financing area so you can take pictures. And my granddaughter had gave me some insight because I went to one and I was like trying to take pictures. She was like, Gma, turn your sound off on your phone because when you take pictures, if your sound is up, they can hear you clicking. So that's just a little tip for y'all. Um, so I make sure my phone is off. And you just taking pictures. They give you this check sheet, this checklist, and it's an app that's on your phone. You upload the pictures right there. You can do it all from your app, but they want you to print out one just in case, your phone, something happens. And they give you pictures of what you need to take pictures of.
Hmm.
I mean, it's real simple. You go there, you take pictures, and I try to be discreet because I went to one where the owner, he said, well, my employees don't know I put in an application for a loan. So I was like, okay, I got you. I got you. I was like, so what I'm doing is I'm just making sure your business is legit. I was like, people got these PPP loans. So, we got to come out and make sure y'all legit. And it was all good. I took my pictures and everything, and his business was his business. And,
Right.
and I went on about my business. And I do complete it. Sometimes they may want you to call, but I mean, I done been to a vape shop. I mean, yeah, it'd be
All
different
different type of
places.
establishments. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you for
Mm.
sharing. Yeah. I just know a lot of people may not know exactly what the jobs are. We talk about it, but I wanted to make sure from somebody else's point of view. Yeah, Kimmy, you wanted to add?
Yeah, I'm just curious, Angela, were you doing those prior to the field inspection course?
No, that's how I learned about it.
Oh yeah,
And
I have no.
I think you did Metro Inspection. I remember watching that video with you and your mama. And Metro Inspection stuck with me. And somebody on here, I want to say it might have been Sandcastle
Mhm.
that they were talking about. And when I saw like $5, $10, I was like, I just didn't even go that route. I'm gonna stick with Metro
Yeah,
Inspection.
that's
So
my favorite too. So there is a field inspection course, guys. If you watch it, we tell you who to sign up with, how to
mhm.
do it. Now that was a good tip about the camera. I didn't even think about that one, but so you still
Yeah,
get
my
gems.
granddaughter.
Yeah, even thank her. Even though there's a
Yeah,
full-blown course, there's still gems to be dropped here in training in the session. So thank your granddaughter. What's her name?
Kayla.
Tell Kayla we said what's up, and thank you for that.
You're
Yeah, so that's
welcome.
true though. You out there clicking, they like, what's all that noise?
And then if you can have somebody with you, so the last time I had her with me, so I was like talking to the lady, so I wouldn't look so noticeable. So I had my granddaughter like taking the pictures. We went over the form and everything, and so she knew. So yeah.
That's good. That's really good. Um, and I personally had one where they wanted me to go take a picture of a fence. And they wanted me to have a measuring tape to measure the fence. I've seen one come through where it was I'm assuming maybe somebody was purchasing a home and they wanted me to go into the home to take the pictures because it wasn't finished yet. The home was not finished. Now that one I didn't, I ended up giving back because I was like, well, you want me to just walk into a house, an empty house? It was kind of confusion around it. It wasn't through Metro, it was through some app, and I don't even remember the name of the app. But definitely a lot of ways to get money. Thank you for sharing, Angela. What else is going on out there?
Can I
What
ask
else
what
are
is
we doing?
mystery shopping?
Yeah, what'd you say?
What is mystery shopping that Angela mentioned?
Oh, the Angela, you wanna?
Mhm. Mystery shopping is usually the finance company wanting to know if the company is promoting them, or are they telling you the right information, like, are they saying, oh, it's 0% interest for 2 years, and they want to know, are they saying that, or are they saying, it's no penalties? They want to make sure that the information that they're putting out is the correct information. That's pretty much, it's like you go in there and say, hey, I'm looking at, what about your financing um policies? What do y'all do with financing? And sometimes I'd be like, oh, I'm not good, because I don't be. I let them know I'm not here to buy. I'm just looking right now, because that they want to get you over there. I was like, no, I don't want to do no finance. I'm asking. I'm
Mhm.
asking. So, but that's what it is. It'll be from the finance company usually, and they just want to make sure that they're promoting, and what they're saying is what's true.
Yeah, and it
Uh,
may.
Oh, I'm sorry, Alexis.
I was just gonna say it may not like just be financing, Sheila. This for everybody. I get your example. I just wanted to add just a little bit more, but it could be. It just depends on what the company's looking for. They could want to make sure that a sign is up, like literally a sign outside the building, or that it just whatever that company they give you directions on what they need you to look at, inspect, or the mystery shopping thing. Like they want to make sure, maybe it's a product and they want to make sure the product is on this particular shelf at the top, or it's really just whatever they're looking for. They give you instructions on what you are going to be looking for.
Yeah.
And it's just like field inspection, but usually it's a store. That's the only difference. But now since we have so many questions, I've been getting a lot of alerts for mystery shopping too. I mentioned that maybe 6 months ago. I just haven't had time to take one yet because I want to do like a whole day in the life and do a video on it. But I am gonna add a course to the library about mystery shopping with some tips on how to handle it and stuff. So I'll upload that soon.
And it can be pictures of the inventory. Like when I went to that vape shop, I had to take pictures of the inventory. Usually taking picture of the register that they use to process payments. You may have to take a picture of the serial number. But yeah, everything will be detailed in the inspection sheets that you have to do.
And Donna said measuring tapes are $5 at Dollar Tree and they're nice. Yeah, they did. I just actually got one. I had actually got one for $1.25 at Dollar Tree. If you do get a job where they want you to have a certain, measuring tool or hard hat or something, but the job I was talking about where they wanted me to measure the fence, they wanted me to have a special, I don't remember if it was a tool or if it was a longer measuring tape. Whatever it was expensive. It was like 30 something dollars. It was expensive. It was too much. It was more than almost the job was paying. So, I mean, if I was doing them all the time, yeah, but it wasn't just a regular measuring tape.
It was a rolling tape.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's what it was. It was
Yep.
something that I remember looking on Home Depot and I was like, I'm not buying that for this shop.
Yeah, I got all that. Yep.
Yeah, rolling tape.
Different companies, different field inspection companies do different things.
Yes,
Yeah, they
exactly.
specialize in different things. Like I did several this week, and I just did one this afternoon. Sometimes the apps don't work just right, so I have to move the pictures over to your computer to upload them. And that was just going to take like 4 pictures, but it was a distance from home.
You said it was a distance?
Yeah, it was $25. But I'm like, okay, just leave my house for $25. It was a distance, it was 30
Yeah.
miles.
Yeah.
Did
Oh
you
yeah.
counter, Miss
Yeah.
Pamela? Did you counter?
Well,
Well,
I didn't
that's
realize
like,
it was
look,
that
Miss
far.
Miss Pamela. That's a yes or a no.
No, no, not on that one.
So don't
Sometimes
be
I
fussing
do.
at them because you didn't ask for more money. This how I reason, y'all. They got money. They got money. They need
Right,
you. So if you're
right.
prepared to take a loss, like they don't give you the job, then counter. If you
And,
gotta have the 25, take it. But if you
yeah.
could have said, you know what, let me just push for 40 and see what they say.
And normally I do. Normally I do.
Mm.
And they'll come back and say, well, we don't have that at this moment. So okay, thank you. And this morning I went to a company to deliver a letter. And you get more money if you make contact. I walked in, I introduced myself and everything. I gave a confidential letter to the guy. He said, what is this? I said, sir, I have no answers for you. Everything you need to know is in that envelope. Well, we talked to a lawyer last week, da, 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 da. I said, sir, everything is in the envelope. I said, I'm going to take a couple of pictures where they said we don't want nobody to be walking around taking pictures. I said, oh, okay, thank you. But I still took a couple of pictures from the side of the road and turned my report in and put everything in the report. So
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's
it was
good.
Yeah, and
for
be
that one.
safe, Miss Pamela, though. Be safe.
Yeah, because some of the places they send you, I know the area, like, no. Why? I
Yeah.
say it's not a good area.
Yeah, be
Right.
safe. Safety first, because there ain't nothing worth your life out there.
Mm-mm.
But congratulations on getting all those field inspections.
Yeah.
She be walking in silence too over there. I ain't seen that in no chat.
Yeah, but my first one I went on is from V-Star. I had to go do a police report. And it took me 2 hours, but it was okay because I got paid $100.
$50 an hour sound pretty good to me. Look at Miss Donna back over there.
So it was okay, but I'm still working on my other stuff. I got to I got to get out and start making some real money.
That sounds pretty real to me.
Yeah, but I can make more money.
Now that's always true.
Right.
Yeah, I can make more money. So.
But you making it with a smile. That's the point. So it might be
that's true.
you out trying to get all the money.
I know, right? My wings going this way, that way, and just like we're gonna sign up for my $2.99 thing. I'm like, yeah, I can do the wrong thing, but I want to make sure I do everything in person first, so I can really eyeball all my paperwork before I put my information in about my Ron.
That's what I want you to do.
Because you still got to, on Ron, you still got to move the information around to the right areas.
That is true. Did you watch the Ron course, Miss Pamela?
Oh yeah, I took it. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, go ahead and do some real. Don't be scared of real people.
Oh no, that's why I'm putting it out there for everybody and do the real people first. Then do Ron.
Okay.
Because Ron is more tedious, they don't pay as much, but it's more tedious because you actually have to interview with people face to face, but you still got to put the information in the right spots.
You sure do.
Yeah.
So therefore, I'm like, I want to make sure I got it down packed right here in person first before I try to look at it on computer, trying to like, oh, should I go? Yeah.
Very good, Miss Pamela. Well, congratulations on all those field inspections.
Yes, congratulations. Y'all are doing it out here.
Miss Bernice.
Thank you.
Hey,
Bernice.
Hey guys. So last week I had a signing, and it was for an executor, like for a trust. And the way that he spelled his name for the AKA, it was wrong. So thankfully it was only like 30 pages, but he had to go through every single one and like correct it. Yeah, so it was a little bit of a pain, but he was fine. And then the reason why I'm saying this is because I also had to do it on the notarial acts and change it. So I went through everything, while they were finishing up something else. I went through the package. We had to call the title because he did have some extra questions. So and this could be like a learning thing too. So it was for trust, and it was for a marital status affidavit. So they were asking when they acquired the title. So we're trying to, his wife was there, but she wasn't the signer. We were trying to go back, I said, I can't answer it. I'm so sorry. So they were trying to figure it out. Finally, we called the title company and they said, oh, they don't need to sign it because like it should have never been in there. So we just basically threw out that document. But I checked the package while I was there at the table with them. And then when I got home, before I scanned it, I checked again. And on one of my notarial blocks, I didn't miss, like changing his name and then the date. So, just kind of piggybacking on the Zoom, the lesson last week is to really just triple check your work before you even scan. Because when I sent it over, it was on I think it was on Notary Dash, and they were like, perfection, you can send it, you can send the package. So I sent it on Friday, and then they gave me a 5-star rating. So if you guys aren't signed up with Notary Dash, that's a really good one too. Because they rate you, but you can see your reviews, which is really nice.
Very good, Bernice. That is knocking it out the
Question.
ballpark. Yes.
Yeah, thank you. But
Yes.
yeah, so I mean, checking before you scan is also very important.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
thankfully it was on my notarial block where I can change it and it wasn't, anything that the signer had to do. And then,
Can
going
I ask
into the
one
weekend.
question?
Yeah.
With the AKA part, was it the signing company's error? They misspelled something?
No, it was title because his name is Jeffrey. He spells it Geoffrey. But then they had the AKA as Jeffrey with a J. But so Jeffrey is how it was spelled, but he spells it Jeoffrey. So it was a little different. It's not like the common Jeffrey.
So when he did the
And
AKA, they wanted him to sign it the correct way or whatever, and then AKA the incorrect way, right?
yeah, well, they just wanted his first and like the Jeffrey with the G and his last name. And then the Jeffrey with the J, they said that we could just cross out that first name and then just write it the way it normally is.
But he did it the way the paper said, which was incorrect. That's why y'all had to redo it.
Yeah,
Okay.
right. Yeah, and I wasn't like, I mean, we were at a Starbucks, and he was like stressing. He's like, I really want to close this. But it was fine. They answered the phone, right away. I got the answer. So, everyone was happy.
Very
And
good.
and I just kind of joked. I was like, well, at least it's not a packet that thick and 100 pages. They're like, oh yeah,
Hey,
so
you need all these, or when stuff like that happen, I just be like, content. When you get ready to start your
uh-huh.
YouTube channel, that's just content.
Right, true, yeah. And then today I started out with nothing and then I got just a very simple page. It was about a half-hour drive and it was just one notarial act and they paid me $45. So I was pretty happy with that. And it's a company that I worked with, a week or two ago. And then I got another job for tomorrow, a seller's package with my first signing with Notary Dash, the same company. So it's nice, like, working for the same companies now and, hopefully they're starting to get to know me too.
Clearly they are.
Right. You
Yeah.
getting them
I
jobs?
love it. Yes. Congratulations.
Thank you. And I have one
Yeah.
thing I want to show you guys. What I
Please.
worked on. So remember, like with Alexis's idea with the, sign today.
Oh yeah, that's nice and
Yeah.
darker too, isn't it?
So then on the back,
Look at
I wrote,
you.
yeah, I did like, it's a pleasure working with you. And then I said, while I review your documents, if you can leave a review, I would love it. So
Me. That
I
is
love that.
basically
beautiful.
you just have to like turn it around.
I
And it's a
love
dry
that.
erase. It's a dry erase.
Yeah, I just got this frame from like Office Max. It's just like a
Okay, okay.
regular picture frame, but yeah, you can dry
Yeah.
erase on it. And then
Look
when I
at
come home,
you.
I just take my, eraser. Yeah.
That is
Love it.
so doggone cute. I love that.
I gotta start
Yes.
getting reviews now. So
Yes, you are doing
Yes.
amazing. You really are. I'm so proud of y'all. I mean, I
Thank
feel all
you.
these YouTube channels coming, y'all. Everybody can have their own YouTube channel. Y'all in different states.
Yeah. Can I ask one more
So
question?
I did have, oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Oh,
You can
I
go
did have
finish,
my
Brittany.
first Google call from my page, and it was actually somebody that just lives in the next neighborhood, and he just really caught me off guard. I was having lunch with some friends, and he's like, "I'm actually in front of your casita." And I was like, oh my God, I'll be there in 15 minutes. Well, I had to get two witnesses, and it was like for an affidavit for custody for some of his divorce papers. So I went to my neighbor's house, and her husband is immobile. So, I said, she's like, is it okay if we have it at our house? And I was like, well, is it okay with you? I don't want to like intrude and bombard your house, She's like, oh, no, it's fine. So we did it at their kitchen table, and everything was good. And actually the lady who is my neighbor, she used to be a notary. Oh, wow. Yeah. So one of the like on the block, I've never seen it before, but it actually has you put the time, and it just says like just a line, and then it says M, you know? So I just asked her, and she's like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna write the time and write either put a A or a P, like for
I've
AM or
never seen
PM."
the time on a document. I've never seen that
Yeah.
before. Interesting.
Yeah, and then
Dropping gems, y'all. Y'all hear that? She dropping gems because I never saw that before.
yeah, and I kind of thought it was, but but thankfully she's like, "Oh yeah, honey, you just put the time there." So, but one thing, like, because I was kind of going over it on the notarial, I think there was no venue there. There was no like Texas or county of, and I didn't put something there, so I hope it doesn't come back.
It's 99% of the time it will not, but just get in the habit of writing it in there, even if it's
Yeah.
not there. Yeah, because I did that before
Okay.
too. Yeah, Jeffrey was
Okay.
like, you're supposed to put a venue on there. But see, then I found out later in Georgia, you don't have to, but I always just do the right thing. But yeah,
Yeah.
just get in the habit of writing it, but it's not gonna come back.
Okay. Well, I was like, why didn't they put it in there?
They're not even looking at
Stressing them.
that. But just do the right thing, but they're not
Yeah,
doing
yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you.
very good, very
Thank you
good.
for
Thank you
sharing,
for sharing
Bernice.
all the wins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks, guys. Thanks for your support. All right, Pamela, you wanted to
Yes,
ask a question, you said?
yeah. My question is, I have a nice print. It print both legal and letter size paper. Is there any way I could practice printing printing out a document, a package before I actually get one?
Yeah. Did we upload that? Kimmy, did you upload that package?
I'm sorry, I had a call. I'm still
Okay,
working.
okay. She wants to practice printing off a document, right? You want to practice with a package, a loan package?
Yes, with the different type forms, different type size paper.
I don't have
I
anything
don't know what
legal.
we're talking about. You said,
She
do I
want
have a sample package she can print that have mixed paper? Is that the question?
Yes,
what? That was her
yes,
question, yeah.
yes. That's it.
We don't have any complete packages up there. I don't think we have any complete packages up there.
Mm,
Yeah,
I
because
mean,
I
you.
was I
Oh, go
just want
ahead.
to
I feel
make
like
sure,
I
like,
printed one from your site.
you
It's
I
did.
some
you.
long, it is some long docs in there.
Yeah, docs.
Mm-hmm.
They're not legal in letter though, but you can make I mean, you can go online and find a legal document if you just want to see a legal size. But as far as like Kimmy said, like the actual different um documents, if you wanted to print that off, we do have some.
It's some documents in the loan signing course. I
Okay,
just don't remember if they're legal in letter. I'll be honest, we uploaded that a while back. I
They're
okay.
not legal and letter, no.
So what is that app? What is the app that, like, if I have a mixed package, that I
page
can add?
sorter, page
Huh?
separator, page
What is the
separator.
page separator?
It's on Notary Rotary. It's free.
Okay, I'll download that to my
Do you have a dual tray printer or you do not?
yes, I do.
So why do you need page sorter?
I just want to make sure it come on the right page. I mean, that's why I want to practice. I want to practice so when I get my first thing.
Mm-mm. That's not how you practice. I'm gonna
Okay.
have Jeffrey come on and do an actual session with us
Okay.
because you have to have your settings right in your printer. So
Okay. I
practice
got
and
you.
print and stuff and your settings are not right. It's not gonna, let me write that down.
Okay.
He's supposed to be coming out here to do some tech stuff. He keep trying to avoid y'all. Yeah, so practice and print and stuff is not gonna help you, Miss Pamela. You need to have your settings in your printer correct.
Okay. Just find out what print I'm setting I need to put it on. Okay.
Correct. But the other part of that is, as a plan B, you can know how to use page sorter. And I'm going to tell you right now, you just upload the document package and it's going to tell you what pages should be legal and what should be letter. And we're
Okay.
going to start wrapping up now. Right quick, just a couple, just a now. Oh, we got Miss Alicia really quick.
Yeah, Alicia,
And then we'll
it's a
have one
Q&A.
announcement, and then I'll stay if we have. I don't see any new people tonight. Do we have anybody new?
Any
I don't think so.
Hello, everybody. I'm new. My name is Angela from
Hey,
Dallas,
Miss
Texas.
Angela, hold on one
Hi,
second.
Angela.
I'll be right with you, okay? I just want to see if we had anybody. Let's get Miss Alicia, and then we got one announcement, and then I'll let Alexis go, and I'll stay with Miss Angela for a minute. We gotta start wrapping up.
I just wanted to show real quick the card of
Oh,
how
the butter, yes.
yeah,
Let me
the
see.
butter card. So it has the picture, and then on the
Oh.
back, I put all my services and stuff that I do. But this is the butter card. It's really, really, really soft.
And it has a round corner, looks like.
Yep, I rounded the corners instead of.
Nice.
I'm trying to
Okay.
see.
Beautiful.
May I ask how much more do those cost than the regular?
It wasn't that much.
I might
I think
try
for
and see.
100 of them, I don't know. I paid maybe $25. It wasn't that expensive. I
much.
can't remember, but it was
Okay.
worth it. It was very worth it. So
Okay, cool.
So I wanted to show you
Thank you
butter.
for sharing that
Soft.
for real.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's called soft.
Soft. Okay,
Yeah,
remember that, y'all. Another upgrade. Okay. Oh, the announcement. Thank you, Miss Alicia, for sharing that gem with us. The announcement is Miss Angela Brown will now be assisting us in the chat, people. We are so excited to have Angela. She is full-time in the business. She's been doing amazing. If you can't already hear that from her comments, and we're just ecstatic. She'll be assisting us answering your questions. So again, you can always just generically put your questions in there. It will be answered. It won't always be me, but of course I'm in the chat. So
Right.
But we're just trying to grow, and we continue to look at you all too. Every single person here, we are looking and trying to grow because we are nobody by ourselves. So, each one teach one. As we grow, you grow. And so we do appreciate all of the support. And we look forward to getting Miss Angela's input on stuff.
Yes, welcome, Angela.
Okay, and then that's gonna be it. We'll wrap it up. And all of you guys are doing amazing. I know, Diamond, you got your scanner over there, but we want you to get what's on the recommended list. Okay, or at least what Jeffrey put in there the other night for you, so we can get you up and running. So, but you're making progress getting the proper equipment.
Yes, I just dropped my scanner off today back to
Yes, the return.
So I'm
Yes,
gonna refund it back to my account, and then I'm gonna order the right scanner.
yes, very good.
It was very cheap, y'all.
Yeah, that's okay. Very good, very good.
Kimmi, I have something in the chat.
Oh, let's see right quick.
This is Donna G.
Hey, Donna G. Today I went to the government. I was able to obtain
You see
it? That may be. Oh, nice. Okay. Oh yeah. If you want to send those, I could even upload them to the general notary samples that we have too. If you want to, it's up to you. I can add it to the course too. That's good. Yeah, Donna, see if you feel like emailing it or something. I could upload it. Uh-oh, did we lose Donna?
Can I share something?
Yeah.
I had a loan. No, I didn't have a loan signing. I had a signing, which is like general notary work.
Mm-hmm.
My cousin, it was for verification of employment. So I notarized it about, let's say, was it a week or two ago, I believe? And then this week I had to come back out and re-notarize it because the date that her employer put on there was like all the way back from like January, beginning of this year. And the date we notarized it was I think it was the end of June. So they ended up saying she had to, re-notarize it or whatever. So I went to her job and I notarized re-notarized the documents and everything. I left my cards at the front desk and yeah, I corrected everything and I'm hoping everything, we don't have to notarize anything again.
So they wanted a more current date than the first of the year.
Yeah.
Oh, but that wasn't your mistake.
Something. Yeah, it wasn't my mistake. It was really her mistake.
Yeah. I had one today. He was like, he returned it with the fingerprint document I needed to fill out because we did e-fingerprinting for him. So his first thing he says on the phone call, you all didn't fill out. So my question to him was, oh, was that included in the package? I knew it wasn't. He was like, oh no. And I said, yeah, that's what I thought. So don't try to play me. He thought I was going to charge him again because I had to fill out the form. I wasn't going to charge him for that. Now, what I should have charged him for was the copy that he needed of his driver's license to go with the e-fingerprinting card he had to turn back. But I did not charge him for nothing. But don't try to play me. So that's what I was saying, even really quickly with Raquel. They say they have witnesses because signing companies don't want to pay for witnesses. So you got to always push back. All questions, got to ask questions, y'all. They don't want to answer, but when they don't want to answer, that just means more money for you because that means they hiding something. All right, we're going to wrap up here, y'all. Well, on behalf of Notary Educators, we want to thank you all and continue much success. We will see you over in chat.
Yes.
And thank you all again for everything, okay?
Miss Kimmi,
All right, y'all have a good night.
Thank
Y'all
you.
are awesome. We
And Miss
appreciate
Angie, hang
y'all.
out for a minute. Miss
night.
Angie, hang out for a
Night.
minute.
Okay, we'll do.
Okay, good night, everybody.